You already know we had to come back for the update, man. So Joe Smith's wife did an interview with TMZ, just talking about the situation, man. We're gonna break this down a little bit, man. I'm gonna hit the play button. We're gonna check it out.
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So yeah.
Keisha, how long ago? Obviously, we saw in the video that Joe was saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long? How long is the account? Have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. And, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew it from that. I mean, it's no secret Joe's financial issue.
All right, so she reveals that she's had this OnlyFans page for a year, and the reason why Joe doesn't know about the OnlyFans page is because Joe doesn't show her no attention. He don't pay attention to her, and he's entertaining a side piece. Well, it's probably because of the lack of respect she's giving her husband anyway. And Joe Smith is probably of the mindset that it's cheaper to keep her. You dig? As long as I can get some level of peace in my house, I'm gonna have my little side thing going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Since you want to be a clown. But nah, man, I don't know if that's the case, but it sounds like she trying to put it all on Joe. She's getting ready to run in the victim Olympics. We see this so much. She's trying to justify showing her box and whatever it is she doing on OnlyFans. She's trying to blame her man for having to go and clap them and crack them cheeks open on OnlyFans for $1. I'm not surprised.
Issues, you know, and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe, and I had established myself as a singer. Yeah.
So she established herself as a singer / porn star? Wait a minute. Do y'all know any established singers who also does corn on the side? They're a corn star on the side? So if you so established, then why are you accepting money to get dug out on camera? Okay. These are just questions. I'm just asking questions.
You know, and I came back here, you know, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off.
So let me translate that. When she found out that Joe was, she probably Googled him and seen, $61 million. He made $61 million. Oh, I'm about to blow up. I caught me one now. So, translation of what she said, when she got with Joe, she thought that he was going to be the dude to save her and take her over the stratosphere, right? With all of his connections and stuff, right? The hell out of here.
You know, other things, but, you know, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, you know, I've been just like, you know, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations.
Wait a minute. Everyone's hustle and drive ain't the same. So you mean to tell me that this man made it to the NBA as a #1 draft pick, played in the league for 16 years. That's a long time to be a professional athlete. Many athletes don't last that long in a professional league on a professional level. And this man was able to do that. But he don't have the hustle and he don't have the drive. Okay. This man made it to the highest point that you can make it with the game of basketball. He made it to the NBA. What's your flex? Cracking your cheeks open? Singing on stage in front of 5 people? Oh, okay. Okay. Let her tell it. And I'm not trying to beat up on her. I'm just saying that this woman got on TMZ, a huge platform, and thought that she was going to get up here and spew this nonsense so that people can feel sorry for her and people won't be able to read between the lines. Or people won't be able to see through all of the bullshit. I ain't trying to beat up on her. I'm just saying, let's be real.
Relations with him. I've started several businesses. You know, I've been doing a lot. And I just figured out.
And let me touch on something real quick because she said depression is real, and I understand that. I understand that depression is real, and that Joe probably did go through a depression after the NBA lockout when he wasn't picked up by a team. But the man stayed in the league 16 years. And I've spoken to athletes, and I've heard and I have spoken to athletes that have played at the highest level in the NFL. And they have said when they were out of the league that they also went through a time period where they felt like they weren't on top of the world like they felt when they were in the league, because how one person that is pretty close to me, pretty close to my family, how he explained it was when you're out there on the field and you see all of those people, all the lights, all the cameras, people cheering for you, people going all out of their way trying to do stuff for you, just the power that comes with that limelight, it's addicting. It's addicting. And then when you get out of the league, all of that stuff just disappears. Some of the biggest checks you'll ever see in your life coming. And then all of a sudden, just bam, that stuff is cut off. No more limelight. People are saying you washed up. No, I mean, every dog, you can't play in the league forever. But that part of the game is real.
I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, and he won't do it. So I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my...
Why does she keep saying adult video star? Like, star. Like, that's some shit you're going to get a Hollywood star for. Man, come back down to reality, please.
Own survival then. What makes you think that would change now? When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured,
She said her music career wasn't popping in Germany, and so she stayed there for him. Now she stayed there for the bag and the clout.
I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, the dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. Like, he works for my moving company.
He works.
I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out.
She said, he works for me. I figure everything out. He works for me. Like, Okay, why y'all didn't work together to figure out how to grow the moving company? Because I know some people with moving companies that do pretty well. Why y'all couldn't work together as a team to do that? The logic.
Out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in, because I'm tired of living like, I'm tired of living minimal, it's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together.
It was almost like, I can't understand why you've lived on this high level and all of a sudden now you're just at the bottom. I can't live like that. So I had to maximize the way we can make, and that's the thing that a lot of women, most women know that they always have that in their back pocket, because guess what? Adult content sells, right? It's the oldest profession in history for a reason. This woman comes from that background, so she always knew that she can have that in her back pocket, because once them clothes come off, she know that them dollars gonna come much faster once them clothes come off. But you gotta
since 2012, like after his retirement, and it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted. It was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember? Right. He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore.
And look at this shit. Look how she's saying it. Nobody wanted him anymore. Look how she's talking down on this man, like belittling this man. And he ain't even there to defend himself. To tell, it's always two sides to a coin. And the disdain this woman has for her husband, and the fact that she's putting their public business out, making a spectacle of this stuff for the world, is really, it's pitiful. It's pitiful. You don't put this man's business out in the streets like that. You don't do that, bro.
So, there was a depression, and I've been going, dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that that wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead.
She made an executive decision to be clapping her cheeks online for money. She talking about she made an executive decision. Like, I made the decision for us. We gonna eat once I do this. Man, I guarantee you Joe ain't seen $1 of that money. She ain't offered $1 of that money to Joe to build nothing. All that's her money. And guess what? Because she on this big platform now and everybody talking about it, she getting ready to get a bag. Her OnlyFans is finna jump up it's gonna jump up for the simple fact that there's so much attention on this thing. You think she finna look out for Joe? Joe, you think she finna look out for you, bro? That's all her money. Talking about an executive decision, my ass.
I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever I can, because he's my family. He's like an intricate part of my life, and I just want the best for us. I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at. I wish that he wanted the best for us, because he's not really wanting the best for himself. So I can't expect him to do for me what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself and find his new place in the world. You know, it's really hard once you've had a major career. You were the number one draft pick, and then everything ends. You know, how do you deal with that? I don't want to be alone, but you know, if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around.
All right, man. All right, y'all seen that nonsense, bro. It's all, even doing this interview, putting this man business out is selfish. This is all in the best interest of herself because she trying to get the clout. She trying to get the clout. And when you married, and you got a real one, you work through that type of stuff, man. But again, man, Joe should have knew better than to wife up, a woman like this, man. She used you, Joe. And when she couldn't use you no more, she went back to what she knew best. That's all it was, man. That's the long and short of it, man. Drop a comment, man. What y'all think about this situation, man? Like, comment, subscribe to your boy, and I'm out.